She needs to be lower.
We're back with another video on Caleb's WRX, also known as what? The clap box.
Clap box. Oh yeah.
The clap box.
The hoopty. That's
the
what it is.
hoopty.
Oh yeah.
The hoopty.
She's kind of fucked.
She is kind of fucked. So we did get the trans out of the great parts car. It's right here, and then also the drive shaft, and then pretty much everything else we need is off the car. The motor is pretty much assembled to the most part. We got the intake manifold on last night. Same with the TGVs and injectors and all that good stuff. So really the only thing left is some hoses and obviously the accessories. And then the motor's all good to go. He was working on the car today and ended up getting his interior all back together, the nice leather seats, bougie, cleaned it up a little bit so it doesn't look like a shitbox on the inside at least.
Oh yeah.
This is his first boosted all-wheel drive car.
Oh, I know.
So he's got a lot to learn.
Big Mustang guy.
Yeah, he's a big Mustang guy. Static Mustang guy. But we're going to be getting the car jacked up. We're going to get the trans in, the drive shaft, and everything underneath the car done. You can actually see the previous owner put the coilovers in wrong. You know, the nice Max Speeding Rods brand coilovers. Awesome ride quality.
100%.
You're going to love it.
Oh, I know.
So we got to get the car jacked up, the struts fixed, the trans in, and then that's pretty much it for underneath the car. His fuse box we're actually routing underneath his fender.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to see, but he's wanting to kind of tuck the engine bay a little bit, so it looks a little cleaner. But what exactly do we got to do for that?
We just got to take this bumper off, get the fender off, and then you can do like just self-tap the actual fuse box in there, get everything plugged in, and then the fender liner will basically cover it from weather and stuff, just to clean up this spot right here, because eventually I do want to get rid of ABS and just have a clean engine bay, just a motor, have a top mount turbo and stuff, but it just, while we're already here, might as well do it now. So
yeah. It'll look good with the fuse box kind of hidden, and it's already pretty much water resistant since it's in the engine bay, so he won't have any problems routing it in the fender. So but yeah, let's get right into it because we got a lot of work we got to do tonight. Oh, yeah. We got to get the car running tonight.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on his downpipe for the VF37 in the mail, and it's Saturday today.
Yeah, because this one that I had bought did not work. Because I guess we thought it didn't have a twin scroll, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
it's
as you can see. This is a USDM flange right here.
Yeah. For
like stock turbo. And this is obviously a twin scroll JDM turbo, so it's a little different and we did not know that. But yeah, let's get the car jacked up and get the trans in.
Oh yeah, let's get her going.
Help me, Dylan. I lost my leg. It's right here. So Caleb got the fuse box all tucked and hidden. So this is all the wires that we need for the engine. He's got it all tucked up super nicely right here. You can see in the fender liner with just a bolt. I mean, it is kind of close to the fender liner, you can kind of see, but it's got plenty of room where he won't run into issues rubbing into it. It does look really good hidden like that, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Cool mod.
Cool mod.
Cool mod.
Things up, you know.
And then while he was working on that, I was working on the clutch pedal assembly, and I actually had to pop out the brake booster, disconnect all the brake lines right here, like these brake lines right here, and I had to pop up this brake booster so I could get the entire clutch pedal assembly in. But it is all assembled now and it works. So, well, I guess I just sprayed
out.
I just sprayed brake fluid everywhere, but you guys know what I mean. Is it everywhere?
Yeah. A little bit.
Made a little bit of a mess, but it's all right.
It's fine.
So we're gonna get the brake lines back on the brake booster. He's gonna finish buttoning up the fender, and then we're gonna install a trans and clutch and slave and then finish buttoning up the motor, then drop the motor in. So yeah, we don't really have a ton left. Oh, you gotta tell them about what you're gonna do for an exhaust.
Oh, bud. So we got, oh, where's it at?
I think it's in the car.
We got this teardrop tip that I got made from some guy on eBay, and we are doing a fender exit. So we're just gonna route the exhaust through this hole right here where something went, and then we're just gonna cut it out. It's gonna go right there. It's pretty damn
You got
good.
it backwards.
Go right there.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah.
So that way he can shoot flames and cover up all this shit.
Yeah.
You know, burn the paint.
Cover rust with burn marks.
All right, so this is your automatic transmission mount for your automatic trans. This is a manual trans mount right here. This trans mount will not work on this car. So we're obviously gonna have to use the automatic trans mount. Luckily, most of the support from your trans is on this toggle mount or trans mount or your bell housing. So most of the weight from your trans is being taken by the bell housing and the dog mount. So luckily the trans like cradle isn't like a necessity to have. So, but we are putting this one on just for safety measures, just in case. All right, so we're gonna lift the trans. I'm gonna lift the trans up here. Caleb's gonna jack off.
Hey, yo.
Caleb's gonna jack off the trans because he's a tranny jacker.
I love jacking trannies.
So right here.
Yep.
Put it through right there?
All right, I'll give her a little lift.
Okay.
All right. Now jack me off now. It's the easiest way to do a transmission by far. Is that bolt over here? I gotta
Ready to keep going up?
cut that. Hold on. The things you do for a fucking Subaru. All right, keep going. Okay, the trans is mounted. Don't release the jack.
Okay.
We got 2 bolts we got to put in for the shift linkage. Real quick. Yep.
What the fuck are you looking at? That feels like I'm shifting a fucking F100 from 1885.
Just sloppy as fuck.
Dude, sloppy.
Caleb's working on the diff bolts right here.
Yeah.
The drive shaft to diff. The rest of the trans is mounted. So now that the trans is all good to go, pretty much, while Caleb's buttoning up the trans and the shift linkage, I'm gonna finish working on the motor, getting all the PVC lines routed, and pretty much ready to drop in. Hold on. What do you gotta do this thing?
I gotta lower a little bit, bud.
How you gonna? Just cut the springs.
Fuck no, just.
Are we slamming it before you? Oh, are we slamming it before you leave?
Probably. I think so. I wouldn't mind.
We have a list of parts we need. Not
Yeah.
parts, but like fluids. We gotta go pick up real quick before the parts stores close, so we can actually get this thing started. Probably running tonight, honestly. Besides exhaust, we're waiting on the exhaust still, which sucks.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna stop us from starting it and probably driving it around the block, making sure it's all good to go. And then tomorrow we can finish buttoning up the car, making it look good, making sure it's sound, giving it a good wash. Yeah, because this thing is filthy and crusty. I'll run to the parts store real quick and get some fluids so we can actually finish this thing tonight. So yeah, we'll catch you there.
All right.
We're getting in the mommy whip. Oh yeah, I bought a parts car, by the way. update. It is currently midnight right now. We got the car pretty much all done inside wise, full interiors put together. Shifter is all good to go. It looks like an actual car now. It's kind of hard to see. I've been working on the motor. Motor's pretty much ready to go. All the wiring is done. Pretty much all the accessories are on. We just need to pick up some more vacuum lines tomorrow, and then everything will be good to go to drop in and hopefully start it. Yeah. All right, guys. So it's the next day, and it is just dumping snow out here. We're getting pounded with snow. We are working on the car still. Motor's pretty much ready to drop in. We're gonna get the motor in, then we gotta do all the wiring. I don't think we're gonna finish the car this weekend, just because we still have a lot more to do, and we don't want to send them away in the car that's gonna be problems. So next up is getting the motor in, and then we're gonna do all the wiring, and then after all the wiring's done, then the car's good to go. But I mean, there's still a lot of buttoning up we gotta do. We still gotta build an exhaust, build an intercooler piping, and all that good stuff. So motor is going in though. So let's get the motor in. Better than your fucking dick.
Better than your fucking dick. Yeah. Don't you explain what you're doing?
No. When you buy a fucking piece of shit scrap car, and you fucking...
Look, see? It's making noises.
There, it's in.
What? Is it?
It's in. See, when your fucking motor is
Yeah.
angled up like this, you just gotta push it down.
Yeah.
So it just slides in. You spit on it?
That's... How's my alternator, man? Now it's not gonna charge my battery.
How bad? This is...
You scare me. You make me fucking nervous.
Why?
I don't know, because I think the worst thing that happened, your fucking arms are just gonna get chopped off by this fat ass.
Well, at least we'll have it on video.
Jesus Christ.
Guy loses arm, putting his Subaru motor in.
What the fuck?
What?
What is it like?
It's sitting on the jack right now, so the whole motor's forward.
Oh yeah.
See that? So once I get once we get all the housing in, we'll lower the jack and the whole motor will just go like that.
You took it out.
She's in.
Is it right
She's
there?
in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's secured finally.
Well, minus
She's
this
in. We're gonna get motor mounts bolted down, and then finish
Harness.
the bell housing, and then she's secured.
Yeah, she's in the car.
She's in the car.
She's in the car. Get your on? Fuck no. What? She's in
So
the car.
if you're ever doing an automatic to manual swap, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Just don't. Yeah,
It's not worth it.
at all.
Just because like the trans has no mount technically, so the trans is just kind of floating and being held on by the dog bone and the fucking drive shaft. So the trans is like all over the place. So it just makes it a pain in the ass to line up.
But once it's secured, right? She's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I
chilling.
mean with the bell housing, the dog bone, and the drive shaft, your trans will be fine.
In theory.
In theory.
In theory.
Use your studs.
We're gonna find out. Well, Caleb's gonna find out.
It's an experiment.
It is an experiment.
Yeah, experiment that no one should ever have to do again in their fucking life.
Yeah.
Yeah, just buy a manual.
Yeah, it's not worth swapping an automatic to manual.
No.
So, after you get your trans mated to your motor, one thing people forget to do is you gotta take your clutch fork and you gotta push. Oh, you push until you hear the click. If you can even get it to fucking click. Oh, bad.
What?
End the video. So, get some bad news. The bug eye is not getting finished this weekend. The throw bearing we put on is junk. You can see it clicks in, and just falls right back out. Clicks in, falls out. Clicks in, falls out. So our pressure plate or throw bearing is shot. Look at Sylvia. So Caleb's going home right now. It is snowing like a motherfucker right now. So Caleb's going home because obviously the Subi is not going to be done this weekend. He's going to order some more parts for it, and next weekend or the weekend after that, he's coming back down and we will be finishing it 100%. There's just a lot to do when swapping an automatic to manual and then putting a motor in it too. All in basically a day and a half. So it's just a lot of work for just to get it all done. But Caden is over here is welding the bolt off on my pressure plate on the motor that's going on this car. Say bye, Caleb.
Bye. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, he said. So 2 weeks, it's gonna be done, right?
Oh yeah, we'll get her done.
We'll get it done. So.
Later, bud.
Caden's welding the bolt that is stripped on the pressure plate for this motor that is for that. So we're gonna get that done at least today. She's off. And someone left us a nice message. So this is the motor that originally came out of that car. But I was gonna scrap that car because that car was junk. But Caleb wanted it. But it's actually looking like a car now. So can't complain. But it does need a lot of work still. So 2 weeks, he said he'll be here. And we're gonna finish up this car. We had dropped the trans out again and swap out the throw bearing, pressure plate, and then flywheel and clutch, obviously, because he's just gonna buy a whole new kit, which sucks, but shit happens, you know, when working on older cars and it's used parts. But we were trying to get it all done in the weekend, but obviously that didn't happen. Caden, big Cummins guy. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Stay tuned for when Caleb's car is actually going to be getting done in 2 weeks, and it'll be a fresh start. It's his first Subaru and his first boosted car, so he's gonna have a lot of fun in it. We got to get it running and driving good for him to drive back 3 hours home, and then he's gonna get a tune over where he lives, because obviously it's gonna need a tune. But we did end up picking up a yellow bug eye parts car, so I'm gonna be using a lot of parts off that to fix this abandoned WRX. The doors, I'm still looking for doors, but I mean, we got little pieces like this on the parts car on the yellow bug eye that will be taken off, and a few other parts. We're gonna be it's got an aftermarket turbo inlet on the yellow parts car, so we're gonna be putting it on this motor, and then we're gonna be finishing up this car this week, this motor at least. So now that we got that, well, we had to get this pressure plate. There's a bolt that was stripped, which I just showed you guys. That was holding me back from actually putting the clutch on and then putting this motor in the car. But now that we got that taken off and that situated, now we can put the clutch and flywheel on this motor, and then we can toss this motor in that car and get it all assembled, started up and running. But obviously we're still waiting for doors, or looking for doors mostly. So that's where we're at. Stay tuned for this coming week. We're going to be putting that motor in the abandoned WRX and starting it. So yeah, but take a look at this fucking snow real quick. It is just packed. There's some thick snow. But yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Peace.